today. And so we will introduce ourselves a bit. First, we'll talk about Sir. Sir has started his laser journey in 2006, and today he has more than 15 years of experience in the laser field. He's heading the IMA Dwarka branch as General Secretary, and he has been a pioneer in training all the dermatologists since many years in various lasers. He was the first to go for PDL lasers in hemangioma, and he's one of the.
Varun, thank you for your kind introduction, and I'm sure tonight there will be very good take-home message for all of you. And I would like to say one thing. This is purely my personal experience of laser, what I have done and what I have learned. And I would like to communicate the youngster to understand what actually happening with laser. I'm sure most of you will be doing laser in future, and you must be doing laser. But today, it's my personal experience who will be shared. As you know, Dr. Varun, that there are mushrooming of so many cosmetic centers in Delhi, India, and various part of India. And when I started working with laser, it was a cosmetic laser center, and they exploited the young dermatologists, including me too. So to counteract them, we dermatologists must know the basics of laser. We must have our own center. We must know how to do it. We must know how to do marketing. We must know how to proceed with proper laser issues and how to proceed start our laser center. So we must understand the basics, and we must compete with the people who do not who take our who who take our patients, and we must do it. This is the only reason I would like to convey you all that the laser center should be our dermatologist laser center. This is my vision, this is my aim, and this is my best wishes to all of you, that you should open your own clinic and you should flourish your center.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your guidance and this concern. And sir, as you said, that laser should be our domain. Sir, what do you think? This is a very common question asked by the dermatologists these days, the youngsters specifically, that which should be the first laser in their laser clinic?
Varun, before that, I would like to add one more question, that when to start the laser center?
Yes, sir.
Suppose you are a dermatologist and you have your own center. So do you will you start from the very first day, or will you start after some point of time when you get the ample number of patients? When? What is the ideal time according to me? Should be if your number of patients is approximately 10 per day, you should start your own laser center. Before that, you should add on cosmetic treatment. And if you have a patient approximately 10 plus, you should go for laser. And yes, this is very pertinent question at this point of time, that which laser should be the first. So every dermatologist, I was listening somewhere that the people are having various set of mind. Someone will say you CO2, someone will say you Q-switch laser, someone will say you the LHR. Again, it comes on according to your patients walk in your clinic, how many patients are coming, what type of patients are coming into your center, what is your marketing strategy for future. So as a dermatologist, when you think about the laser, what I would have done, that since we have commonly getting patient of wart, moles, skin tags, and these acne scars sort of patient. So I would suggest, and my personal experience says that it is CO2 laser. We should be the first. And if you have a lot of patient, if you have marketing strategy, if you have a lot of social media presence, if you feel that you can get patients from various friends or other dermatologists, then you can opt LHR. And yes, someone was saying that Q-switch laser can be also tried because nowadays various cosmetic treatments are done by the Q-switch laser, especially carbon peel. So, but carbon peel is effluent treatment. It is for metros only, where people comes for the short span of time that I should get cosmetic outcome. And someone is having marriage, someone is having birthday party or some party, then they go for all the extra care, extra skin rejuvenation treatment, that is carbon peel. But my take will be CO2 laser always, because you can do any scar resurfacing, you can do mole removal, you can do what molluscum, you can do anything uh, uh, invasive technology technique. So wherever you want to remove anything, you can go for CO2. So my take is CO2, Dr. Varun.
Yeah. So which was your first laser when you started a laser clinic?
Actually, you know, I had a very different sort of experience. When I was working with laser center, I used to do all the laser, including pulse dye laser, as you said. That time nobody was doing pulse dye laser in India. I was the person who started doing it in the year of 2007, 8. That time very few people were doing RBM YAG laser, and I used to do RBM YAG laser, including the carbon dioxide laser. So I am thankful to God and the situation at that point of time that I worked at Leisure Center, and I had that time all the leisures with our centers. So you name the leisure and we had. But when I started my center at Dharma Science, I mean Lajpat Nagar, I started my center in 2013-14, which failed miserably because of some issues that I would share in some other day, why the partnership fails, what happens when you go for partnership, and etc. So that time also we had all laser, including CO2 laser. IPL I had. I was not having diode laser, and QC laser. All the three lasers we had, and now I have Skin Karma where all the lasers are.
So there is this thing coming on that certain machines are brought in from China and certain machines are being assembled in only in India with the body of heavy material, but the inside parts are mostly Chinese. So there are Chinese lasers, there are Korean lasers. So there is a very confusion going on in the young dermatologist's mind that should we opt for a cheap laser or only for companies laser like big companies I don't want to name, but those are very expensive label. I will label them as expensive lasers. So is there any difference of choice between cheap lasers and expensive lasers?
Varun, Dr. Varun, there is very simple explanation that you want to travel some destination. So you can go it by Alto also, and you can go by Mercedes also. So Alto will take you to your place, and Mercedes will also take you to your place. So uh, again, this is one of the very favorite question of mine. I was once in somewhere. I will not quote the name. I will not disclose the name of company. And I was visiting their assembling center in somewhere Western country, and I found that the most of the parts were Chinese. I asked the person, "You are saying that this is this, but all the things are Chinese?" So no, no, sir. You can see that this is made in UK. Because show me where it is. It is there. It is made in China. So it's you who is going to do the treatment, and it's you who will give the improvement. It's not machine. Machine will give you the comfort. Cheaper machine may blast. Have you heard in any point of time that laser machine has been blast by doing treatment? There was some wrong damage, some lethal damage to the patient. No. So cheap machine If it blasts in your clinic, no. Big no to cheapancy. But when you do the treatment, you are getting the improvement by these machine also. Then why will you go ahead with costlier machine? Of course, if your pocket allows, then no problem. If you have a lot of money, if you can invest a lot of money, then there is no question. Then you are not my audience at this point of time. Because I am here to guide. I am not here to put you in dark that you go ahead with a costly machine.
Are you listening? Prachi, check the audio. Go ahead, second अभी तक. Audio is very clear. It's not clear. So so you are talking about break-even point, the recovering cost of the laser. So if you are able to recover your price within 2 years of starting your laser center, suppose you have invested X money, and if you have recovered your money within 2 years, it means you are doing pretty well. Suppose you have earned invested 40 lakhs rupees for one machine, and if you are recovering it after 10 years or 8 years, then what is fun in purchasing a laser? So I would say then you are working for the laser company, you are working for them only. Again, there will be new technology, they will sell you another machine, again you will start working for them. So you work for yourself, you get your machine with your affordable price. I am sure you will get improvement. If you are having good experience of doing laser treatment, if you know the basics of laser, if you understand what actually you want with the laser. So I would say it is not the price of the machine, it is the machine which you will operate. And if you are delivering the end point at the skin, it means the laser is working and you can go with it. So my take is price price is not very important. Important is you who will do the treatment. Important is the machine which will be operated by you, and its endpoint what you will learn during your course of evaluation and workshop and all, that you are able to find that endpoint and then you will get them. So my take is you go for any machine which will yield you within 2 years of your starting price. So coming on to the three main lasers, sir. So we will request you to discuss about the parameters and the endpoints of the three main lasers we are using one by one. So sir, let's go with NDR first. NDR laser, NDR targets 2 points. One is epidermal and another is dermal. And epidermal, you have 532 nanometer wavelength, and there you will have epidermal whitening. When you put the laser, that should not be very much whitening. Very fine whitening is required. If there will be a lot of whitening, then after few days there will be pigmentation, hyperpigmentation. For 1064 nanometer wavelength, there will be mild pathology. Epidermal pathology will be there, very minimal epidermal pathology. That is the endpoint when you go for the epidermal treatment by NDR QC laser 1064 nanometer wavelength. Again, when you target the dermal pigment, then there will be immediate whitening without epidermal disruption. There can be pinpoint bleeding, which sometimes required. So, if you are targeting the nevus of Otta sort of thing, then with the immediate whitening with mild pinpoint bleeding, it means you have reached the target. For NDRQC laser. Let's go on to laser diode hair removal. Diode, we should discuss about the parameters and the endpoints. Peripheral edema is the important point where when you put the laser, diode laser, there should be peripheral
follicular edema and mild edema. There should not be lot of edema. If it is more edema, then there is chance of burn. For CO2 laser, you have whitening, and there will be ballooning of the skin, and you can level the skin surface. Suppose you are removing some wart, mole or something, then you have to flatten it, and you should not go deeper. So when you will actually, the parameters is not fixed. When you do the treatment, machine will, the person vendor will say that these are the ideal parameters for this. Again, the person like us who will guide you, they will say this much parameter is required. But at the end, your hand, foot, and eye coordination will determine the actual parameter. So I would suggest that when you start CO2 laser treatment, don't go for higher energy, because when you opt higher energy, there will be faster disruption of the skin, faster destruction of the skin, and there is chance of deeper penetration. So go for lower energy, control your hand, eye, and foot, because all these things, it's like driving. When if you are driving since long time, then you can have higher speed. You can go for like 100, 120. But when you are beginner, you will be slow. So the same thing applies here, because you are using your hand and foot. So hand, foot, and eye coordination is extremely important. And the end point is just leveling the surface. I would also suggest one thing, that suppose someone asks me that, sir, I am doing fractional laser, I am doing ultra pulse laser, I am doing continuous laser. Suppose someone is doing treatment of acne scar. So you have multiple scars. Someone is having eye peak scar, box scar, or various types of scars are there on his skin surface. So suppose you are doing fractional laser treatment. I never use fractional laser in acne scar because of this reason, what I am explaining. Suppose you are doing fractional laser, you have various sort of scars. Someone is bigger, someone is deeper, someone is very steep. So, and you are putting the same energy everywhere. Suppose some box you have selected and you will put the same laser. If you increase the pass, again you will put the same energy. So if you use ultra pulse or super pulse, you will flatten the color of scar. You will do treatment of selective scar according to the need of the scar. Suppose some scar will require multiple passes, 3 passes. You should not go for more than 3 passes. But if some scar requires 2 passes, 3 passes, and some scar may require 1 passes. So that's why you should select ultra pulse or super pulse when you do the treatment of acne scar. So here also parameters vary. So Dr. Varun, it's very difficult to set the parameter and in advance and learning during this session or during workshop also. You will just evaluate that what is the endpoint, and when you are getting these endpoints, you will be able to do the better treatment.
So we will take this in the upcoming workshops which will be taking place. So sir, there is a very pertaining question which comes to my mind again and again. And when a patient comes, so should we go for package sittings or single sittings? What should we prefer?
Actually, what type of patient they are, you have to assess the mindset of patient, and that is very difficult to assess. And you have to understand which treatment the patient has done. For CO2 and India QC laser, I would suggest that you should go with single sitting, because if you will do the package, patient will feel that I have not got the improvement. There will be so many things. I would like to discuss about the consultation part also, because consultation is very important. So for CO2 and NDI laser, my experience is if you go for single sitting, you will get better outcome. You will have mental peace. If you go for LHR diode, if you think, then I would suggest to go for package. We always go for package.
Yes. So some people were not able to join. I'm making them join right now. They are a bit late. So
Sir, what are the medico-legal issues? The young dermatologists are very much worried about the medico-legal issues which are taking place, and because laser treatment is expensive treatment, how to, if any, you have experienced medical-legal issues and how to deal with them?
Medical legal issue related to laser, what do you expect? What will they feel and go to the court? There are two issues. One is complication, another is dissatisfied patient who did not get the improvement. These two are the conditions. So when you counsel the patient properly and explain everything in detail before doing the treatment, in spite of thinking, without thinking that patient will be converted or not, and if you are honest counselor with respect to the outcome, I'm sure they will not go to these issue like illegal issue. I have not come across any of my friends who do the treatment and who got the legal issues. Of course, if you will speak the patient, your hair will vanish. Hair will not vanish, and hair will come. And patient, you will give 5 sitting will give good result. What is good? So I would say one thing about the counseling part. Should I?
Yes, sir.
What I say to the patient that for NDR-QC laser and CO2 laser, I have different sets of words, and for LHR, I have different sets of words. This is very important. I do not say that I am right, but it has given me the peace of mind. And my center head is also having peace of mind because of this. For CO2 and NDR, I say, look, I'll do 3 sessions, and there may be 3 outcomes. Outcome number 1, you will not get any benefit. You will feel that I have lost my money. I did not get improvement. Yes, I will not discuss anything. I have not given you any improvement. I am sorry. I will not blame that machine has not worked. Your skin has not responded. Nothing. I have given you the best treatment. I have tried my level best. I did not get benefit. This will be the scenario number 1. Scenario number 2, you will get benefit. You will say, sir, I'm okay, I'm happy. Whatever outcome has happened, I'm cool. I'm okay, I'm cool. No problem. Scenario number 3, you will get benefit. You will only say that, sir, I have got this much improvement. Now you can go and get few more sessions, and I want few more sessions, and I'm sure there will be further improvement. This is for that patient does not. The patient will have choice. After 3 months, we will sit together. We'll find that we are in this scenario. If you are happy, you will go ahead. If you are unhappy, it depends. I cannot say in advance that you will land into which scenario. So this is my counseling thing. I do like this, and you will be surprised that my conversion rate will be are approximately 90%. Either the patient will take treatment from me or they will not treatment from anyone. There should be price concern, then that patient will not take treatment. But conversion rate is approximately 90% with this. And I assess the patient that I should do the treatment of this patient or not. And I decide, I understand the body language of the patient, and I decide that I should not do this treatment, this patient. So I discourage those patients to our channel. This is for CO2 and NDR-QC laser. But for LHR, I always suggest to go for package. And I say that you go for, my counselor explains everything about the thing. And I say you go for 8 to 10 sessions. And after 8 to 10 sessions, also you may require 2 to 3 sessions in a year. Of course, if you do not require, it's very good. I'm very happy. You should be very happy. But if you are not getting this result, 2 to 3 maintenance sessions. So I ask the patient to write on the consent form in their word, their handwriting, that the doctor has explained me everything in detail. And he said very clearly that 8 to 10 sessions will be required. And after that, 2 to 3 maintenance settings may required every year. So where is the legal issues will come?
Definitely, sir. So we have to be very crystal clear with our patient.
Of course.
We have to be very truthful. and we should explain them everything beforehand going into lessons.
Word selection could be different for someone else, but this will definitely give you peace of mind.
Definitely. So, sir, from this, only one last question remains from the medical legal point of view. Sir, how do you deal with patients who don't get the desired results? The word is desired. What they feel should have been, but they didn't get.
No, I always, I said that the three steps of counseling. So during counseling, only patient does not have any option to speak this. The patient does not get improvement. This is the situation number one. So they do not give me it.
Nice, sir. Okay. So, sir, there is also a question which comes to the mind of, if the results don't come, do we need to refund money, or any situation like that arises ever? But should we refund money?
Yes. This can come. Actually, every time whatever you speak, it does not happen. Sometimes some sunky patient may land into your chamber and they will speak nonsense. In that case, you throw the money on their head and just get rid of from that patient, whatever money he has given, and give your mind cool. Don't waste your energy on those patients. Once in a blue moon, someone will land into your chamber and they will give you a headache. Few patients may come. I always refund them. Whoever do halla, just get out from here to take your money. With peaceful words.
So it's best to,
without fighting, without discussing. I follow. Okay, you are not happy, fine, but not for LHR. For CO2 laser single city package, I do not refund.
Best is to have your peace of mind and move on with things. So, sir, there is also today morning only one very senior doctor told me this thing, that there is a fashion of selling refurbished machines, like which are used once, and big companies sell you for a very less price. So, is it recommended ever to go for refurbished machines, and how to deal with these companies?
For the beginners, it's definitely no. Why you are going for refurbished machine? If the person who is selling you the machine, if he is not giving you good service, he will always say you, I am there for you, I am there for you. Suppose you have bought the machine for 5 lakhs, and after 1 year, machine has stopped working. Then you will go, I will give you one personal experience. My vendor, जिसे मैंने खरीदा था, he sold the machine. After 3-4 years, there was problem with CO2, and there was a display problem. Their staff came, evaluated, and they told me you have to purchase the new machine. Again, one person came. He was my very good friend from the laser day beginning. He started his own company. He's selling the machine. Then I thought he's an old friend. He will help me. I told him to see it, and he also examined the machine, and he said, "No, sir, it has gone. You buy my machine." So these two people wanted to sell the machine. Then one simple guy who was doing laser things, mechanic, you can say laser mechanic, he came and he just take care of the machine, and machine became all right, and it's still working. So after spending 25,000, the machine was all right. So you just think that this seller, after 1 year, again he will say that this machine is not working. Okay, I am giving you this machine with this much price. So already you have spent 5 lakh, spent 5 lakh, again you spend 4 lakh. So this will be the chain reaction. So don't trap into those people net. Just buy a new machine with good people. I will not recommend anyone. So you search with your friends, they will guide.
So how to deal with the changing trends in the technology these days?
It's like Samsung mobile, you know, the Galaxy 8 Plus is still working. You buy a new one and it will give you good voice, good video, good audio, good photograph. But now the time has come that Samsung Galaxy 21 Ultra, it's also working. So if your machine is still working, you don't purchase. If it's not working, then you can change like mobile. Right. Not like mobile. There are few people who changes mobile everywhere. Will not on them.
So only when the cost is recovered and you feel satisfied that the money
if you are getting result, why will you change the machine?
Definitely. Yes, sir.
They will give you so many stories. This machine is having this much cooling effect. This machine is having this much probe. There is this new technology has come. This will have nothing. If your patient is getting improvement, please don't change the machine.
So, sir, how do you deal with the laser companies when they come with different offers and with you? Because some big companies are selling these machines for very huge skyrocket prices right these days. So, how to deal with them? How to refuse them? How to dealing parts is very tough because they give like these offers like this S21 has this feature, this features, and then there is a pressure, there is a peer pressure of others getting those machine, and we don't have the latest technology. So how do you deal with that, sir?
Personally, I did not find this one in my practice because my friends, they know he will not buy the machine until his machine stops working. But in this scenario, don't fall into peer pressure. You just evaluate your pocket. You just understand your requirement. You just see your situation. If you see your affordability, you just understand how much patients are coming into your chamber. You understand your marketing strategy. Then you decide what to do. Because it's at the end, it's you who is answerable, and it's you who will invest the money, and it's you who will recover your money. So they will keep on speaking, they will keep on giving you so many offers, but it's your pocket which will decide your investment.
So what are the challenges we are facing today in the laser practice, apart from the quackery part, which is very prevalent these days? What are the other challenges we are facing?
The confidence of our dermatologist friend. This is one big challenge. And I'm sure the coordination of each other. I'm very thankful to my friends who are sending the patient to me because of the confidence they have gained. And it comes. Your friends will who does not do the laser because there are so many big shots who are seeing 100 patients in a day. They don't have time to do the laser. So get the confidence of those people. And we are lacking. Youngsters are lacking to gain their confidence. So be polite, be humble to them, and they will definitely send you the patient. And this is one challenge. Another challenge is, of course, as you said, that dentistry quackeries, they will give full page Hindustan Times advertisement, 1 lakh rupees one day. So they are businessmen. So we cannot compete with them. We have to understand our limitations. We have to be honest with our patient. We have to be honest with our consultation, and the things will follow. So there is no challenge. Only challenge is you who will follow your mind, and sometimes it becomes difficult to sustain it. The honest mindset is extremely difficult to sustain. So it's you who will challenge yourself. Just go ahead and get a good machine and start doing treatment.
Sir, so like we are living in the COVID era right now, would you recommend any dermatologist investing a hefty lot of money in expensive laser right now?
Not at all. I am always least interested in expensive machine. I am only said in COVID era also patient has not decreased. शुरुआती दौर में when it has started in first wave, there were hiccups. We stopped doing laser treatment for 2-3 months. But after that, I never stopped doing laser treatment. Since that time only, I'm doing treatment. Not a single day there was a lockdown in myself. And I used to do treatment with, of course, few precautions like mask, the shield, and all. Not even I did not wear the PPE kit. So nothing worried. You know, COVID will stay. It will be there. So we have to do the treatment. Investment part, it's your pocket. Finally, I will always say, you just see your pocket and then you think twice before buying the expensive laser. Break-even time will increase.
So, sir, according to you, what is the future of lasers in times to come for the younger dermatologists?
You know, in America, what happens? Every dermatologist is having it. In the UK also, most of the dermatologists who are doing their laser practice, I mean private practice, they are having laser. In worldwide, it is there with every dermatologist. In India, because of the affordability, we do not able to do it. But everywhere, uh, the dermatologists are keeping laser. They have different setup. The general consultation place will be very simple, and the laser place will be luxury. This is the presentation in outer side of the outer world. But here in India, we try to do everything at one place. But I'm sure if we dermatologists have good training, efficiency, then the future is very good, and we can compete with quackers, all quacks, all cosmetic. I want to see that all the cosmetic people who are hiring the dermatologists and paying very minimal amount, and most of the dermatologists should have their own laser, and they should not get the dermatologist very easy.
So we will look forward to your guidance in that. Sir, meanwhile, one very important point comes to my mind that when it's very easy for it's not that difficult. I'm not say easy, but it's not that difficult for these days to get a basic diode or even a fractional CO2 of a good company. But then, sir, how to market these things? Like apart from social media, what should be the marketing strategies?
Very simple marketing. You hire a PRO, public relation officer. They will he will work on various places. There must be marketing strategy. And what I think that whoever are our potential person to send the patient, you should touch them. I'm sure the youngsters are very smart. Their minds are extremely good. They know where to hit. So apart from social media, you are right. You rightly said we need to understand the nearby physician, nearby practitioner, nearby RMPs, the salon, the beauty parlor, the chemist. We need to educate them to send the patient to them without referral cut.
Right. Sir, we are seeing a lot of trend of training by these dentists these also days, but and they are increasing a very huge amount. And they are training the dentist, junior dentist, but it's the other way around in our field because most of the either two things are happening. Either the conferences are very costly to manage by our own pocket, and if there is a laser workshop, then it's for a very minimal time like only for a few hours, maybe like half an hour. There is so much high charges, and I don't feel the use of. Personally, I went to a conference and the charges were very too high. I don't want to name the conference, but then they just at times don't even give you the handle to hold. So, according to you, what should be the minimum time for a laser workshop to be conducted on three basic lasers? Or what amount of time should be given?
According to me, every laser, you have three basic lasers. For CO2, you need to have 3 visits, 3 hours. For NDI also 3 hours. And diode laser, you might require few more hours, 6 hours. So what will you do in that 3 hours? First hour, you will learn how do you do the treatment. You will see, you will observe. Then you will know. Then you will show how. There are three competency. There are three levels. You know what is Miller's pyramid? In Miller's pyramid, you have 4 stages. First, know. Second, know how. Third, show how. And fourth, do. So to reach at the do level, you have to go through these three. So you know it. So no need to waste your time. You know laser. You know the indication. Know how. We will teach you. Whoever is your mentor or guide or who will train you, they will tell you know how. Then they will tell you show how. Then you will do it. So this is very simple.
So you follow the Miller's formula and go ahead.
So is it worth according to you to go for an expensive workshop for a day or maximum and to handle to learn all these things?
No. I do not agree with this. You know, every place is having their own significance. Learning is never ending process. You can learn anywhere, whenever you get the opportunity. Workshop is having different people, different minds around. So many good people coming in workshop, very intelligent people are organizing, very talented people are attending. So there are more number, so chance of learning more. But as you said, the Miller's third stage and fourth stage are lacking, like show how and do. So there are so many people. So how will you show it? Then how will you do it? Because everybody will start doing, just you will touch it, ho gaya. Kya ho gaya? Nothing. What happened when you go to the laser center? When you will do one full treatment, then you will understand here is the lack. What happens? One dermatologist came to me and he started doing treatment. He thought that he will start doing laser treatment. He knows it. And he started doing, and there was drilling. The patient was from Australia, and there was mark on his forehead. And when he started doing the same energy, he thought he will also do. As I said earlier, there should be hand, eye, and foot coordination. So he pressed the foot pad, and there was drilling. Suddenly, I was also there. So I found that it is drilling. So I took it and I guided, and there was no complication, nothing happened. So there should be, he was knowing the subject, he was knowing the know how, but he was not doing so. So show how is very important. You must know how to do it. So I would say that when you go for this workshop, you will get benefit.
So, sir, with this, we have covered most of the points which are. So, I will request the audience. So, you can pinch in your questions to my WhatsApp, our group, if you want to ask any important questions. And you can just type it over the message screen so we can see it. Meanwhile, I would summarize what sir has told us today, that we should go for lasers because it is our forte. Where the first laser sir chose was a CO2 laser, fractional CO2, because it gets you done with all the basic procedures and advanced things also. And when should you start for your laser cleaning? It should be as soon as possible. You are affording, you should go for it. In cheap lasers or expensive lasers, sir has summarized that. So we getting questions now. So, sir, triple wavelength or single wavelength? So, what will be your choice?
My choice is single wavelength.
So, sir's choice is single wavelength always. So, any specific reasons for that?
Because you do not do the treatment, your staff does the treatment, and in that case, it's very difficult to train every wavelength. So,
sir, is it advisable at the time to sir, we will be taking those questions. Please send us the questions to the WhatsApp group, and we will take it one by one. And sir, meanwhile, I just wanted to ask: is it always required? Should a doctor should only do the laser procedures by themselves, or we can train people for that?
it's a good question. Like CO2 and anti-ag laser should be done by dermatologists only. Diode laser, because it's lengthy time taking process, so it should be done. Ideally, it should be done by a doctor, dermatologist, but it's very difficult. I don't think anyone is doing. So you should train your staff, competent staff, and he or she will do the treatment. So till now there is no legality, but in future there may be. So there should be some degree to them, and then you might.
Sir, well, there's one question coming from Dr. Anisha Roda, that what is your take on lasers for rent? There are certain companies specifically in areas like Gurgaon and Delhi.
Yes, it is also there in Delhi. My friends are also availing the services. But what happens, every time they will come with new machine. So it's good choice. But you know, sometimes the parameter changes, some new machine will come. So another machine will give bigger and higher energy at lower parameters. Because after long time, after few years, 2-3 years, suppose you are setting 5 joule, that is display joule. What is delivering, it is very tough. When you start doing set only 2 joule and it is coming like anything. So obviously it is also very good option to get a rented one. People are doing, but I have seen nowadays that whoever were opting rent, they started some issues with the person who were giving out rent. Suppose you have good relation with them, then you can go ahead. But those people are very hard hitting businessmen. So they will earn by you.
Right. So, sir, there is one question coming from Dr. Renuka Nagade that what you will prefer, either the quality of laser or the quantities of laser to open when you open a laser center. Quality or quantity, which one you will choose, or both?
Quality will yield you quantity. So obviously quality is what should be there.
So, Dr. Prachi Gupta is asking that which one of the India you will be choosing, passive or active usage?
Active.
Active. Any specific reasons for the same? So Dr. Halim from Agra is asking that CO2 or MNRF, what is your choice for acne scars?
Nowadays, I am seeing that people are giving good result by MNRF too. On social media, I see the photograph. But I always prefer CO2 laser because I think that CO2 is the best for acne scar. And if you combine both, it is wonderful.
Right. So, sir, we will be summarizing. I will continue from there. If anybody has any questions left out, we have taken most of them, the important ones. If anyone is left out, you can just WhatsApp me. Meanwhile, I go with the points sir has explained right now. And then we will take on the last point and then we will close the session. So the parameters sir have already explained. The cheap and expensive lasers, sir has told there's nothing like expensive or cheap. You should go with the quality. You should use your hands and get with the patients, do most number of patients and see the results, and then go and choose your lasers. And the conversion rate is important. The break-even point is important. If you are able to get your machine's price in within 2 years and then go for your benefits from the laser machine, it's very good. If you are busy just taking out the cost of the lasers or paying the EMIs, it's not worth it. Packages or singles, prefers single sections in most of the lasers. Only diode package sir is advising. So how do you deal when the patient gets expected, doesn't get the expected result? So don't leave an option for them to, um, complain about it. Just go, be truthful with your patients from the first day itself, and the patient will be happy. And marketing strategies have been discussed. Ever you have refunded money, yes, it should be done. If the patient is not satisfied, choose your mental peace over the money. Don't fight for it, just give it back. And refurbished lasers are a big no, according to sir. Lasers practice in COVID times should be as equal as it is in the post-COVID area and the pre-COVID era. So it should go similarly. You should take the precautions, but yes, you should continue with your laser practice. Challenges, we all know there's quackery, there is a lot of competition right now with the dentists and the parlor people now, but we should help each other as dermatologists and build each other's relationships and refer patients. And future in lasers is very good. And how to deal with changing in technology, we don't have to concentrate on most changing technologies. If you have a good phone, working phone, use it, recover its cost until it breaks down, and then go for a new one. Sir, we have a very a few last questions we will take in a hurry. So any economical options people are asking, are there any cheaper options, any in any of the lasers if you want to buy?
Buy for Chinese machine.
So we
Korean are costlier than Chinese.
okay. So Chinese machines are acceptable. Okay. So sir, any so this last question we will take from Dr. Devendra Jain. That any indicator to distinguish between the refurbished and the brand new machine? So is it?
This is very big challenge. Okay. It's very tough.
So it's very tough.
It's your cleverness to understand the person's mentality who is selling you the machine.
I will share a small experience, sir. There is one dermatologist of mine who was very smart in getting this tackled, and he got a refurbished machine. He used the number printed on the machine and gave it back to the company, saying it was refurbished because it was not real, it was not first hand. And these things can be kept in mind, these points can be kept in mind, and you have to be very cautious because sometimes the company people are very, very smart. They will sell you if but no everything. They will sell it to you at any price they want. So don't negotiate much and focus on these things. Okay. So this is pretty much it for today. And any other queries which will be coming down, sir will be, you can forward it to us and sir will personally take them and answer them as much as possible. And before we sign off, we would like to tell you that we will be going ahead with the workshops program with Dr. Pritam Pankaj sir at the Delhi clinic. So you can enroll down to it. And all the people right now here, whoever are with you right now, with us, and they will be given first preference for the same, and you can apply for this for the same. It will be, like sir told, it will be a 10-day long procedure, like three days have to be given for minimum 3 days for fractional CO2, minimum 3 days for ND usage, and a 4 days thing for laser hair removal, where we will try to cater a minimum of 10 to 12 patients for you. So this will be the workshop program. We will be sharing the more information regarding the same soon with you. And thank you, Dr. Pritam sir, for it will be at the sir's clinic, and it will be not chargeable at all. It will be a totally free service, and whoever wants to apply can apply to me, or we can, sir, give your contact later on. That we will see in the times to come. So thank you, Dr. Pritam sir, for giving us your valuable time and insights on lasers. We will catch up with every one of you very soon. Please.
Thank you, Varun. Actually, the motto behind this talk was, I suffered a lot, I struggled a lot. I don't want to see all of you to struggle. I want to see you flourish. I want to see you strengthen. I want to see you grow in your career. Thank you, Varun. Thank you all for listening.